The Breaks Radio, the number one spot for everything hip hop and black culture related. That's the great one. Baylor the Great is in the building. What's going on, Baylor?
It's party time.
Definitely excited to talk about the topics we got on deck for today. I'm Haize, aka CEO Haize, if you want to follow me. Miss Mary Almonte may be joining us here in a second, and as I said that, I think Mary just popped on. No, that's Marquis. Marquis is in the building. What's going on? We didn't expect you today, brother. I didn't know if you were popping on or not.
Oh, I didn't know if we were having it or not.
I sent a message to the group earlier today.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, what's going on, brother? We got the rare wine connoisseur himself, Marquis, in the building. What's going on, fam?
Nothing, man. I heard you got a great wine to recommend.
Bro, listen, that wine was life-changing. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But to start off today's topics, Diddy wants to make BET black-owned again. Now, it hasn't normally fared well for black people trying to buy networks. But what do you guys think about Diddy trying to make a ploy to buy BET? Baylor, I'll come to you first on this one.
I heard a little bit about it, but I also heard it was a couple of other familiar names that was in the running for it too. My thing is, why don't everybody just piece up and just go get it? You know what I mean?
Black people don't get along when it comes to business.
That's. I mean, I'm all for what he's trying to do in the message and so on and so on. But we had got this hyped up for when he was supposedly supposed to get the Panthers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I don't see how we can't go get another one or two that could, come in there, and then they could just split it three ways. I mean, the message is what you're trying to push, black positivity and ownership. But
that's a great point.
If you trying to beat out your brethrens, then it don't really matter, because at the end of the day, you still might lose.
And I want to be clear here. So not only are they just trying to buy BET, they're trying to buy the BET Media Group. And BET Media Group includes BET, BET Plus, and VH1, as well as BET Studios. Tyler Perry is also in the running to try to sign this, as well as Byron Allen. Rare wine connoisseur Marquis, what do you think, brother?
I think it's like the NFL when they want to buy a team. You get a group, you have a vision, and say this is where we're going to take it. And I think it's always going to come down who's going to make the highest offer. Mm-hmm. I also know Richie Lou Dennis, his group, who is the owner of Essence Venture, is also placing a bid for it. I agree with you, Baylor, and I think the sentiment is, with that many people in charge, especially with those egos, what direction does it go? So then you have to imagine, if Diddy gets it, Revolt's going to be there. There's going to be some involvement in there. Then what other direction it's going to go?
Mm-hmm. That's a great point.
I would like to. I want us to own it again, but maybe it's time for some new blood. Maybe it's time for someone who actually with a vision of where it's a little bit cleaner, or it's a little bit like Chandra. Like, why not Chandra? Not Chandra.
Yeah. Well, so Tyler Perry is included. Tyler Perry has a lot of shows on BET Network right now, so there could be some synergy there. Chandra Rhimes she's currently still in her deal with Netflix, right?
But owning is completely
no,
different.
it is. It's separate, but I don't know if she necessarily has the money to try to own. Like, as far as if she's part of a larger group trying to buy it, maybe she can stake out being the majority owner there, but she doesn't necessarily have the money of the other people involved right now.
Think about the group that would back her up.
That's a great point.
Own BET.
That's a great point.
Like you said, you have a lot of Tyler Perry. You have a lot of his shows on there. I don't know the viewership. I don't know how many views they get. But if the powerhouse backed up Chandra, and I mean, it can't just be like Steinberg or whatever. If a group actually backed her up and with her vision, the eyes would come.
That's fair.
Eyes would be on it. That's what I'm thinking.
Where is Magic Johnson at? Because he always...
Bro, Magic Johnson, I think after his stint to try to run the Lakers, he realized, listen, I just want to stay at home, bro.
He be winning, though. Whatever he be getting. I'm about to buy this. Got it. You know what I mean? So, he put the Dodgers back together. I'm pretty sure he could put BET back together.
What about Spring Hill?
Who?
LeBron's group.
Hey, I mean,
consider LeBron has made a heavy push into media lately, bro.
Let me apologize. I'm gonna apologize right now, Brian. And I know you out there soaking your ankle, but that house party movie,
was solid, bro.
That was solid.
You know what? Solid. You know what that put me in? They don't make hood classics anymore, bro. And it's not a hood classic, but it just put me back in just that. You remember like when 3 Strikes and shit were coming out? It put me back in that mindset. It was a solid movie, fam.
It was a solid movie, but I gotta say this. The whole I think they went too far with the Illuminati joke.
Yeah.
I thought that was just too much, but that was pretty good. And shout out to Kid Cudi too. Like, start acting some more, my guy.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Have you seen House Party, Marquis?
No, I haven't. I'm hearing mixed things about it. And here's how I'll say it. I'll put this, and I apologize for this. My bandwidth is really low, which is why I'm behind on so many shows. And when we discuss where I'm at with certain shows, I kind of binge.
Mhm.
So right now I'm ahead. I'm actually caught up on Woo. I didn't touch Snowfall. I didn't touch BMF, and I know when I binge it, it's going to be right there for me. And I was talking to Mary about that earlier too.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
it's
enough.
very annoying how Marquis watches things.
So they were talking about House Party. I know you saw it.
Yeah, it's not.
She froze.
Let it go.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and keep it pushing.
Hey, on Bron's internet, Bron was like, "Nah, let them keep going."
Let them cook. We lost somebody who I consider the king of blue-eyed soul here recently, and that's Bobby Caldwell. He passed away. Hey, what's your favorite Bobby Caldwell song? What do you guys think the place of blue-eyed soul is in music, and how much Black people really do appreciate blue-eyed soul? Marquis, I'll come to you first on this one.
So there's a story behind how he was brought out and the silhouette. I don't know if you're going to hear about this, but it's basically how the record company promoted him, and they made sure they kept it a silhouette so you didn't know he was Black. And then he went on tour with some famous artists and everything. I will say this though, what you won't do for love. When I first heard it, I was like, wow, this is soulful as fuck. Like, this is okay. Yeah. And then when you find out, I'm like, you know what? He can go to the barbecue. Like, look what he did.
I got a funny story to tell when it comes to that, bro.
Yeah.
I was damn near 30 years old before I figured out Bobby Caldwell was white. Bro, legit. My whole family used to play that song all the time. I was legit almost 30 years old when I found, and when I saw it, I was like, wait a second. They did a cover, and my mom looked at me like, you're not that smart, are you? I said, what do you mean? Had no idea. Literally been listening to that song most of my life. It took me almost 30 years to figure out Bobby Caldwell was white. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's tough. Go ahead, Baylor. What do you think about it, bro?
Same here. I was late on that train as well and been hearing them my whole life. But it would come down to What Would You Do for Love or My Flame. But it also because that's one of my favorite Pac songs. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
That's fair.
And everybody that has sampled him, to me, it was a hit. So that just showed how great he was.
Definitely. Mary, we're talking about Bobby Caldwell and Blue-Eyed Soul. I shared a story that I was almost 30 years old before I figured out Bobby Caldwell was white. Is she frozen again? She is definitely frozen again. All right. Because Mary don't stay still that long. She blinks a lot, so I knew that she was frozen. But yeah, sampled a lot was Bobby Caldwell. And it needed to be. My favorite Bobby Caldwell sample was The Light, though.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a
hit
powerful
hard.
one. Yeah, it still does to this day. So
yeah, I'm gonna definitely sign on that one, co-sign that.
Yeah, for sure. Anything left on this one before we move on, fellas?
Nah, man, he rest in peace, man. He with us. He with us.
That's fair.
How many albums did he have?
Hold on, I could find that pretty quickly here. Give me 1 second. Bobby Caldwell had 16 albums.
and a bump where you get your beats.
That's crazy. Bobby Caldwell released an album in 2015. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
He been sitting in the cut. Yeah.
Mary Almonte's back. Mary, we were talking about Bobby Caldwell and Blue-Eyed Soul. How do you feel like?
I heard that part before I froze for the second time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I knew that he was white, but honestly, I think it was after The Light by Common, which shout out to Jay Dilla because he killed that sample. I kind of went down a Bobby Caldwell rabbit hole and discovered that. So yeah. R.I.P. to him. He really impacted hip hop in more ways than people know. Like
For
the
sure.
Sky's the Limit beat, that was a song of his. I mean, just a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Blue Eye Soul and Bobby Caldwell, man, for sure. All right, let's move on. So we got producers dropping diss tracks now. Hit Boy dropped a diss track at Hitmaker and a few other producers. And now Jim Jones is calling for a versus battle. When's the last time there was a versus battle, by the way? I haven't heard of I haven't thought about versus in probably almost a year at this point.
It's people outside.
Yeah, exactly. But did you guys get a chance to listen to Hit Boy's track dissing Hitmaker?
Man, I played that shit like 30 times. Yo,
Bro, that shit was fire.
Yo, when they switch the beat, I lose my mind. I pull over. I pull over, roll down the window. Y'all hear this? Yes. And I heard, but here's my question though: is it real though? Is the beef real, or is it just one of those? Is it the Kendrick, control thing that he's doing?
And that's my question too. Have they responded?
It's to my knowledge, right up to right now, nobody's responded. But first of all, Alchemist killed that beat too.
Yeah.
You hear that P flow?
For sure.
He sounded just like P.
For sure. But it's go ahead, Marky.
I don't see how Hit Boy would have to even step from his throne to say anything, to address anything. Just at Hit Boy, like you're at.
I mean, there's a reason why Hitmaker stopped rapping and started becoming a producer. That's all I can say. So
I'm just gonna enjoy my wine right here.
I'm just listen. He had one of the best rebrandings ever, bro.
He did. He probably top 5 in rebranding.
Because some people don't even realize he is who he is because that's how good his damn rebrand was. That people forget that he even was a goddamn rapper.
He was behind the scenes for a long time before he revealed that he was a producer.
Yeah, I would agree with that, honestly.
Yeah. I remember when I found out that Young Berg and Hitmaker were the same person. I was like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
But hey, shout out to him. Shout out to the rebrand.
Shout out to the rebrand. I mean, Logic did it a couple of times, right?
I mean, Logic is in a permanent state of rebranding.
But y'all gonna leave my guy alone. Y'all gonna have me go down to Jersey and have to put hands on Joe.
Don't worry. We all leave Logic alone.
Logically.
Moving on, we did get one new track. Don Toliver's Lovesick. Did you guys get a chance to listen to this?
Wait, was that outside the album?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely didn't catch that one because I thought it was a track that we already reviewed.
No. All right. Well. I take it nobody listens to it. We'll move on. BMF, guys. Everybody caught up on BMF except Marquis because we know Marquis isn't.
The finale is tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah. I really feel like we should scold Marquis because you're going to wait till it's over to watch the whole thing?
You won't.
I mean, I'm asking. Was that the plan all along?
No, there was no plan. It was more of I can catch up as soon as I can. I had a lot
I thought you did this intentionally. Like this was like there was a strategy.
No. I mean, think about me taking time to watch Snowfall of all shows. You know how I feel about Snowfall.
I thought that's a strategy too. Don't you like wait until
there is a point I like to get up to, but Snowfall was one of those shows I like to watch every episode. Like that's my show. But no, it will work out for me because I get to watch everything and feel everything until the end. But yeah.
Yeah. So can we just take a quick second and talk to our good people out there? Because I think this is something that I'm curious about and I'd like to hear from them. Watching shows, right? Like for me, I like to watch my shows as a family with the good people of Black Twitter. And I always found it interesting that Marquis' experience was very opposite of that. So, and I mean, it's no right or wrong, to each his own, but I'm just curious if everybody else feels me.
Well, I would say probably half the shows we have watched, I've only watched them on time because we have to talk about them. Because I'm more like to binge as well, because there's so many shows that I want to catch up on. So there's a lot of shows that I put to the side to make sure I stay with the Snowfalls and the Wu-Tangs and the BMFs, or else BMF will probably get bumped down a little bit. because there's so many shows out there.
I haven't lately, as far as in my show watching. I don't really interact with Black Twitter when I watch shows anymore, so I can't say that I watch it. I watch it more so because if it's a fire show, I want to stay on top of it. But and I enjoy talking about the shows with you guys. Like, but it's to me, there are some shows that I enjoy binging. Like, for example, Wu-Tang. I like that getting up to about 2 episodes before I watch it because I want to sit down for a couple of hours and watch the show.
Agreed. I feel that way about Bel-Air, but I had never got into watching it and live tweeting. I only do live tweeting when it comes to sports.
Interesting. See, I don't necessarily partake. I like to kind of see if everyone else is reacting the same way as I am, and kind of laugh at the memes that you'd already know Black Twitter is gonna have ready the minute the show drops, like stuff like that. So for me, I don't know. I think that I'm too active on social in a voyeuristic way, but still like to not be caught up, because then
somebody will ruin it for you.
Everything would be spoiled for me anyway.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And that's probably another reason, because sometimes I'm not able to watch it as soon as it drops, but my timeline is flooded.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Anyway, getting into it, BMF.
Oh, I know. We haven't even talked about the damn show yet. BMF. How you guys feeling about BMF?
Lamar.
The wife is outside.
Yeah.
Lamar. Like, Lamar. What is Lamar doing? Lamar must be stopped.
I don't disagree.
I really feel like homegirl's, whose name I forgot, her death is on Meech. Because, like, come on. She should have known that plan was stupid.
That's a fact. Don't disagree with that at all.
Was she trying to trick him into smoking crack, or was that laced with something to kill him?
No, I think she was just trying to get him high, and then she was going to shoot him in the bathroom or something.
I thought she was trying to turn him into a crack.
No, because they used to get down like that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think they ever smoked crack. I think they were cokeheads.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You smoke crack, don't you?
I know. But seriously, like that, and again, I know it's a show and all that, but honestly, it tugged at my heartstrings when that little girl called, and he's like, to think like, what now happens to her, and what is she going to be told happened to her mother? Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's definitely a good point. BMF is just, it's such a, and not that it was a bad show, but it's just the writing is on another level.
Amazing. And then wait, can we talk for a second about B. Nicky, or whatever the hell his name is? B. Mickey? I don't know. He was wilding, pulling a gun on T. Like, I'm sorry, no matter what you thought was going on, I would have tossed his little ass off of that roof. Like, what? Yeah. And why were they meeting on the roof anyway? But anyway, I don't know. I really do think that was a mistake that Meech didn't shoot him, because that's a violation. You don't pull a gun and don't use it.
Yeah. Well,
that's fair.
You always got to shoot your shots. Speaking of shooting your shots, we got to stop Snoop, okay? Because
what was that?
Pastor Snoop is
and
out of control.
And then split the check down the middle after? No.
And looked her dead in her eye, too. That's a cold bear right there. Praise the Lord.
I can't.
Marquis just sitting there like, I have no form of reference.
I know, sorry, Marquis. But we really got to talk about this.
The best thing about this is I won't remember any of this. And when I watch it, it's going to all be new to me. And you know I'm going to do, Mary. You're going to be like, yeah, I watched this already a week ago. Like, thanks for catching up. Yeah.
But yo, how about homegirl with the skillet? I swear, I thought that felt like when you were getting a beating and your mom would make you walk through the door and then still like get you as you're going through the door.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? That I had anxiety the whole time thinking she was gonna hit the neighbor lady in the head with the skillet. But that was some good ass acting. Cause like that, you felt her pain and you kind of saw the aha moment when she was like, hold up, like this is who he was cheating with. And then like the anger, I really felt like she deserves an award for that. For real.
Don't disagree with you on that one. Don't disagree with you on that one at all. I just love this show so much. Like, just being honest, this show is literally become. It was a show that I appreciated last season, but it's literally gone from that to probably it may be my favorite. If Snowfall wasn't on right now, it'd be my favorite show on TV right now.
I completely co-sign that statement.
Now, this is loosely based off of a true story because even the real Lamar came out and said, "Dog, I would never kill a kid." Right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, do y'all have any predictions on the finale?
I think something's got to be done with Mickey, whatever his name is. Something's got to be done about him because he's a problem. He's a liability. He's too hot to stay in the D. And ATL, where they were planning to dump him at, ain't working out, clearly. And now he's pulling guns on the family. Like, I don't know. I think that dude got to go. And I actually liked him. But no.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Agree with you wholeheartedly. Baylor?
These sex scenes is trash.
Oh my God. The old granny porn that we be watching on there. I'd like to pass through that. By.
We got to fast forward through that. That's fine.
Yeah. Shout out to Monique, by the way.
Yo, phenomenal job.
She's been doing an amazing job in this.
Phenomenal job. Yeah.
Awesome job.
It's hard for me to come up because, usually with shows like this, we try to come up with a death prediction. But I'm not attached to any of these characters. And knowing that we know we're not losing Lamar because he's doing Vlad interviews. So I don't know.
I mean, they have taken their liberties with the show. So I don't know if that's they probably won't, but he's wilding, bro. He's killing it right now.
Yeah.
So. He signed a death row.
Lamar is a lunatic. Lamar needs to be stopped.
Who's more wild, Lamar or Kanan? From the original Power.
Lamar. No. I say Kanan is more dangerous because Lamar has emotions.
Good point there.
He shows his emotions.
But Lamar's emotions are what make him dangerous. He's like unhinged.
But if you
like, though he choked the life out of old girl and then was like, she made me do it, and you know what I mean? Like, he's nuts. Like,
if you give him a dog, he gonna sit down.
Or he's gonna make the dog bite your ass like Blackie. Yo, that girl should have known not to fuck with him when he just bought Blackie around for no damn reason. Like, thank you for introducing me to your dog. Like,
hey, but he be spitting bars though. Like
exactly. Lamar will like sing in harmony with himself while he's killing you. Like, Kanan didn't do no shit like that.
We can't take out his own son.
Yeah.
And Lamar killed his baby mama, or so he thought. So I don't know. I mean,
dang, I had a crazy joke. I'm not gonna say that one.
Don't say that one. Don't say that. Moving right along to the next show, Snowfall.
Wait, time out.
What?
We got to talk about Carisha.
Why?
Because Black Twitter had many thoughts about that.
Yeah, I mean, she's a bad actress. It's cool.
I don't want to say that.
It's okay. I got you. I said it for you.
I felt like it was poorly edited. Like it was, and this as a filmmaker, Days. It was like the camera was going from her to, I don't know.
The camera work was weird. I will give you that. The camera work was weird. It definitely was weird. Or the editing, if it wasn't like on the dolly, it was strange. But even weird camera work doesn't cover up badass acting. She's a bad actress. But that doesn't mean she can't get better.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying she should never act again. Like, Black Twitter can be so harsh sometimes with people. Like, I think sometimes we forget, like, the only artist turned actor that was good from the start was Ice Cube. And that's because he was basically playing himself.
Yeah.
Will Smith was rough there for a minute. Common was rough as shit there for a minute.
I think it said Ice Cube been playing Doughboy his whole life. Yo, Doe, let me out.
I can't.
That's hilarious, man. All right, moving on. Snowfall. Baylor, I'll come to you first on Snowfall. How you feeling, bro?
It's that mama. It's the mama. Yo. She cute, but I do not trust that woman at all.
Who?
The mama.
The mom.
Veronique's mom.
You said she
Veronique.
cute?
Yeah, she cute to me.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm with Haize. Really?
Hey, well,
So I
look,
guess you were enjoying the granny porn on BMF as well.
look, man, no kink shaming, but no, I don't. No, but I don't trust her, and I don't trust the daughter. I feel like they
Do we
were.
think she's pregnant for real? Because I still don't.
And she still ain't got no bump.
Right?
Mm.
What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Yeah, but
And they speak multiple languages. Where did that come from?
yeah,
What was that?
I don't know.
Strange shit. That's what that was.
I got
Very
a
strange
feeling.
shit.
I got a feeling we're gonna have to go back to the episode where we talked about the season finale and what's gonna happen next, because I'm pretty sure there was some predictions in there that we made. I just wanna see who was on point. Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Well, we already know the number one was we said Louis got to go.
Yep. Oh, Louis gone. Will you? Oh yeah. By the time when me and Baylor talked about that, Mary, I don't think you had watched it yet. It's caught up on Snowfall. Like in that conversation that he had when he was in Africa, before he left, and I can't remember the exact quote the guy said. What did he say?
It was something to the effect of like you got to destroy and rebuild or something. Like.
Well, no, but he said something specifically before it ended. It was like, I can't remember something about dying specifically, and I don't know. He's gone, man. I just really think he's gone.
They keep throwing that crack in Wanda's face. Them crack jokes. Yo,
I know.
She gonna break.
But Wanda didn't want to come back, and I feel like Leon should have supported her in that. Like, honestly, you can't bring a crackhead back to the hood. Like, everybody knows that. I mean, come on.
But I applaud her. She's been fighting though.
She's been fighting, but it's gonna take just one lapse, and then what? And then the scene with her grandmother kind of broke my heart too.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That was sad. And it's like they're being rejected everywhere they go. Just get to Steppen. Like, get out of there. And it's like, I felt like it was very ominous how Franklin was like, yo, like, appreciate what you're trying to do here, but I'm going to tell you, like, either you're going to have to pick a side and fight, or
go back to Africa. Take your wife and go back to Africa. And you got to respect that, because he didn't say like, hey, pick my side, I'm going to kill you. It was basically, you got to pick a side. Or not, if you don't want to, go home.
Yeah.
There's so many different storylines that's going on.
I know. What about Oso? Like, every time I see him, I have anxiety now.
Yo, he's so stressed out.
Yes.
It seems like every time he get in the car, he getting pulled over.
For real.
And
every time he gets a call from Teddy, like, I'm wondering how Teddy isn't picking up on like the nervous energy, because he used to be like down for whatever, and now he's like, why do I got to do that? Like,
yeah, it's tough.
I feel bad for his girl and his kids, because she like, dog, I just want to live a regular life, and you on the phone talking to the FBI every other day.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, I think both Oso and Leon gone by the end of this, man.
No.
Dang, he is.
I said it before,
that could go.
And I said it like this. I used this, I think, last season before this season when we talked about who could die. Leon, Oso and Leon are both the family dog. You got to kill the dog in the story. Like, it has to happen.
Yeah. That's actually a really good analogy, because they are like the lovable little, like,
Yeah.
And he started out wrestling for $300 a night. That's crazy.
That's tough.
And his chick who got him into the game ended up taking one.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. I love both the characters, man. I would love for either one of them. I would love for, when it's all said and done, for Leon to be the last one standing. I just don't see it happening.
What about Jam and Jerome? Do we see him getting out of this?
Jerome about to go crazy.
Man, I see Jerome probably going down in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, he gonna go down.
He gonna take some motherfuckers with him, but he going down.
Yeah,
he gonna be like Queen Latifah and set it off.
Exactly. They gonna light his ass up.
Yeah. My heart can't take it anymore.
All right, man. Last thing, we're gonna review Creed 3. Now, Baylor, I know you haven't seen this yet. Marquis, have you seen Creed 3? All right, let's talk about how do you guys feel about Creed 3? I'm gonna start it off. I told Baylor when we were doing the pre-record, I may have a controversial opinion. Creed 3 to me, while not the best movie overall in the Rocky franchise, I think it's the best story in the Rocky franchise.
Okay.
That's
I had
think
to process that.
I think the story in it is just amazing. Go ahead,
I
man.
could see that, and I'd say it's up there with Rocky Balboa to me.
That was a very powerful story as well, too.
Those two stories were dope. And obviously the first Rocky. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
I think
First Rocky's all time. It's the greatest love story of all time. But go ahead,
right.
I think it's probably the most relatable to us.
For us, for the culture, yeah.
Which is probably why I'm a little disappointed Sylvester didn't sign off on this one.
But he's fighting with the dude who has the rights.
And I love that Sylvester Stallone, even in that, has said in interviews, he's like, listen, if the producer who has the rights, he said if he's not involved, I'd love to do another movie with Michael B. Jordan. I'm glad that he said that because, people will try to play him against each other. So I'm just glad he gave Michael B. Jordan his flowers.
And he was like, that guy's 94 years old. When's he going to die?
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn.
Who wants to take this one? You want me on this one?
Yeah.
I thought it was a good first attempt at directing. Some of the scenes seemed rushed. The climax, there wasn't a lot of great build up to the climax. Unrealistic how you can get a person a challenge for the title that fast. And Mary pointed this out too. That one sequence with the actual fight when it looked like they went to the realm.
Oh yeah,
that was great. But when she brought that up, I was like, yeah, it's very familiar. So it wasn't as original, but overall, a great first attempt for Michael B. Jordan. Like a lot of the workout scenes and stuff like that. It was just, damn, you got Brolic in a day. Like you ready to just take on the world in a day?
About the fight scenes? Because a lot was made of Michael B. Jordan using anime fight scenes as inspiration for how he shot these fight scenes. What did you think about the way the fight scenes were shot?
I like them. I thought that so I think it's clear that one wasn't as trained in boxing because of his style. You can see that he wasn't. But although the direction, the directorial aspect of it, yeah, I can see that. The fast pace, the action, the way the sequences were, I appreciated it. It was a good take on a fighting film.
That's fair, Mary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say that Marquis didn't really.
Okay.
I thought the dopest part was really like that scene that reminded us of the ancestral realm in Wakanda, where it was like everything else was stripped away. I thought it was really thoughtful how they like showed them viewing each other in that moment as they were when they were younger. I thought the younger versions of them did their thing, so we need to shout out those young actors.
Agreed.
Very
shout out to them. I don't know the names, but shout out to them.
Yeah, soundtrack was dope. I loved how they opened it with like some real early 2000 West Coast heat. Like, I was very upset they killed off Felicia Rashad.
Man,
did we have to do that? First, we had Wakanda Forever kill Angela, and now we have like, But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. The story was great. The ending, though, I understood why they did it that way, but I also have an unpopular opinion in that I do think that it was warranted that Adonis felt culpable in what happened to Damien.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, bro, like, especially the code of the street and all that, he really did a bid for you. You should have been checking for him. Even if you ain't getting no letters, you should have sought him out. Like, and it's understandable that he would come out and feel the way he felt. So, I don't know. I did feel like he should have had his back more. He was even getting on my nerves when he was in the fight for the heavyweight title the first time. And it did feel like Adonis was cheering for the other dude more than, like, be neutral if you're going to be neutral. Like, I don't know. I kind of thought that Adonis should have lost that last one, and then they would have made peace and been even and worked together and all that stuff moving forward. But whatever. I realized that couldn't have happened in Hollywood.
And that's the one thing that was different about what Sylvester Stallone did with the Rocky movies. He was not afraid to let Rocky lose.
Yeah.
If you look at it, the story of Rocky, between the first Rocky and Rocky Balboa, he lost both those fights.
He was getting his ass whooped.
And he still was, you know, like he still, the lesson wasn't in the winning. It was in the lessons you learned along the way. I mean, it's kind of like he said in Rocky Balboa, which is, can I tell you, that is one of in my top 10 at least, like movie moments, and it still gives me chills. And I feel like I've told my kids this, and it's like, life isn't about, you know, like how hard you hit. It's about you getting back up after you get hit. Like, and yeah, I feel like the Creed franchise doesn't quite follow that format, but it's okay. Still great.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. It's what is the quote? It's not about how hard you get hit; it's about how hard you get hit and get up or something like
going.
that. Yeah, keep going. Like great quote, and that was in Rocky Balboa. Amazing quote there. And you know, really, when you go through the Rocky movies, it's some good, amazing quotes in most of those Rocky movies, man.
Yep.
So you're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder. That's what my dad used to say when he used to make me chase rabbits to train for football. So there you go. My dad used to take me we used to live in Germany. He used to take me in the forest in Germany and literally be like, all right, I need 2 rabbits before we can go home. I used to have to run through trees and shit. I was a running back. It taught me how to be quick on my feet. I hit a tree one time so hard, my dad stood over me and was like, I bet you don't hit another tree, huh?
Oh my God.
Fucker. That's what my pops was.
Did you call him the Fuhrer?
Huh?
Did you call him the Fuhrer?
I said, fucker.
No, I'm just asking, did you call him the Fuhrer?
No, what? No, didn't do that.
I mean, you know.
Shut up, bro. Anything left on Creed 3 before we end?
No, but I guess I'm in rock music to share. But
Creed go 3. Ahead. I'm sorry. I did.
No, that's fine. But really quick, so there will be a Creed 4.
Yes, Michael B. Jordan's already said it. But I don't think that it's going to be about Adonis, from what Michael B. Jordan said as well.
Is it about Amara? I thought I heard that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to go. So
yeah,
that's pretty quick. That's interesting.
That's what she said.
But he did say it's also going to be about 4 years before the.
I can't.
I had to get involved somehow. I'm sorry.
That is
poor Baylor.
That is.
And we also really just told Baylor the whole damn movie.
No, I kid you not, Mary. I've been looking at the game on purpose to tune y'all out.
Okay.
And then I heard Marquis.
I was gonna say you heard that part though. So
said that was quick. That's very interesting. I'm sorry.
Anything left, fellas? I mean, go ahead, Marquis. You about to go into Black People Like Rock too?
Oh yeah. So interesting. This is something you guys might actually find interesting. So it's kind of reverse engineering music again. There is a band that's pretty high on everyone's radar. So it's doing really well over in the UK, and it's making its way over here. It's a band called Sleep Token. At first, when I heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this? These are a rock band with the lead singer that's almost like R&B. When I mean like R&B, like R&B with rock behind it, and then metal. And there's just one song that came out. I was like, oh shit, this is okay. I get it. I can understand the appeal, but they have an album coming out, I believe, in the next few months. But rock hasn't had a buzz like this from an artist that isn't like a U2, a Korn, or whatever like that. So there's a pretty big buzz behind them. Again, I can't quite get into it because R&B and metal kind of don't mesh, but they pull it off. That, and there's a 20th anniversary of Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory coming out with a lot of live recordings and stuff like that. So it's about 50 songs deep. So that should be coming out soon.
Damn.
So I'm definitely gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, Baylor. You send us off with your segment. What you got for us today, brother?
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to the ACC. You trash ass niggas lost to Furman today. That's Virginia. You're pathetic. And then all you people talking about, you're a Pac-12, you're a UCLA fan, so you should be rooting for the Pac-12 because Arizona lost to Princeton. Y'all lost to a gang of niggas that be making the apps that y'all be on. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, not the best music song artists. Well, that no, I was prepared for that war.
He needed to get that off his chest.
I see
clearly,
that. I see that.
That's it. That's been this week's episode of the Breaks Radio. Go ahead and give me your social media. Let's get the hell up out of here because Baylor clearly is pissed off. Go ahead, fellas. I mean, sorry, Mary, you first.
I was about to say, ladies first. Ladies first.
Ooh.
And I am Miss Mary Almonte on all social platforms. That's it.
All right, Baylor.
At Baylorism on TikTok and Twitter, and at ACC is trash.
Keys.
Ki ut dua noster on Instagram.
Y'all never find that nigga.
I know.
You can follow me at CEO Haize, CEOHAIZE. You can follow us collectively at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, 614-547-2039. We are the number one spot for everything hip-hop culture related. We out this bitch.
Peace.